So for our hero highlight today, will be Janet, about her and Bob's service. And you want to tell them a little bit about this picture, Janet, of where this is from?
Sure, I'd be happy to. This was actually leaving Desert Storm. We were there for Desert Shield, Desert Storm about 8 months in Saudi Arabia. We were the closest base to Kuwait that had the A-10 Warthog tank killer planes and F-4s at that base, and two air transportable hospitals, which is what I was a part of. So Bob was on the flight line working on instruments, and I was nursing there in the emergency room, running the emergency room. And this was a great day because we were heading back home. All of the hospital left already. My nursing, the head of the nursing asked me if I wanted to wait and go home with Bob. So they allowed me to stay 4 extra days and actually go on the plane with him instead of going back with all the medical people. So I thought that was cool. And we got to go on a 747 instead of some other kind of plane. So that was interesting. But yeah, that was what that picture was about. Lots of exciting stories with Desert Storm.
And you look exactly the same age now as you did then.
Well, you're sweet, but that's not a close up, and neither is this. But thank you, though.
Okay, well, so Janet is our spotlight speaker today. Her and Bob are with Lifewave. They're Lifewave brand partners, and this is your correct information. Is that right?
It is. Yep.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to stop sharing so that you can talk to everybody. Janet and I've known each other for quite a while through this networking group, even before we were on Alignable. We go way back before the uh, COVID. So, but anyways, I'm gonna let you have some time here. Let's say set the timer, Santa Papa John, for 17 minutes. You don't have to talk that long, but just we've got plenty of time.
Okay. If I could have the ability to present. Okay,
Oh,
it's on
yes.
there now. I think it's
Hang on
okay.
a second. Let me put, I forgot to make
I
you a
think
copy.
it's okay now. Just have to get to the right place.
Oh, yeah, you are. I think, Marianne, you must have done that. Did you?
Thank you. Whoever did it, thank you so much. Can everybody see my screen?
No, I
You
don't.
can't see my
Just,
screen?
We
I
see a
just see
white
a
line. That's
white
it.
strip in the middle of the screen.
That's interesting. Let me stop share. Share again. Let's try this one.
There you go.
Ah, perfect. I don't know what the other one was doing. Who knows? Love Zoom when it works. Okay. I'm going to actually use my website, janethudsonforhealth.com, to talk to you a little bit about Lifeway today. And the main reason that I found Lifeway was 30 plus years after Desert Storm. I developed, well, actually, about a year and a half afterwards, I developed all kinds of issues that they say are from Desert Storm. Two autoimmune issues. I had muscle, joint, and nerve pain. Of course, the nerve pain was the kicker. That was so bad. Sleep issues, colon issues. Eventually had colon cancer. In October is my ninth. This is my ninth year celebrating being cancer free from colon. Yes, I'm very excited about that. So when I heard about this technology, I was always searching for natural ways to heal because my background is in nursing. I was an advanced nurse practitioner that specialized in anesthesia for many years. I retired 2 years ago after 42 years of nursing. And I know what drugs do to our bodies, and the ones they wanted to put me on, I didn't want to take. They were just so bad, either for my brain or they were addicting. I'm like, I don't want to take any of that. So I was always looking for natural things to take care of myself. And when I came across this technology, my first thought was, I put a patch on and my stem cells are going to reactivate and I'm going to feel better. That just sounded like a bunch of hooey, right? It just didn't sound possible. But I was miserable. My husband had a rotator cuff tear at the time. He was miserable. He said, "Get some for me." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to get some, but I doubt that they're going to help us. But there's a money back guarantee, so why not try it?" I'm so glad I did because it'll be 3 years in February. All of the issues I dealt with have been gone, most of them for almost 3 years. The nerve pain took about 7 months. But I just can't imagine my life what it would be like now if I hadn't found this technology, to be honest with you. So we are looking for people who want a more youthful version of themselves, who want to actually age gracefully and actually maybe reverse aging as they're aging, which is why people sometimes say, Janet, I haven't seen you in 5 years and you look younger now. What are you doing? I'm wearing this little patch. Yes, the benefit of looking younger is wonderful, but it's not really my outside appearance that matters to me. It's how am I functioning inside my body? That is what's important without medications, injections, and surgery. So it's simple, safe, and affordable. And pictures really tell, right? Here is some pictures for you. Rosemary in 2022 of June looked like she could use a little bit of help there. And this woman, now this is December 22, how much better she looks there, how much brighter her eyes are. That's from detoxing with our technology. And just she looks better. Her folds are lifted. Everything looks improved. But if you saw her now, 2025, she looks way younger than she looks in this picture. So it does really reverse the outside of your body. But here's the important things is what's going on the inside. As a nurse, I was amazed, like this bunion surgery down at the bottom here. That is not even a month later. You can barely even see the incision. And this guy over here fell through the rafters, broke 6 ribs, punctured a lung. The doctor said, you might go back to work in 6 weeks, if you're lucky, because there's so much pain as those ribs are scraping together because they're broken, right? He went back to work in 3 weeks because it mended quicker with our technology. It speeds up healing. This lady had major allergies, which she certainly looked like she did, and she looks like a new, younger version of her has come to town 4 months later. This lady had radiation treatment, and I mean, it really was bad, right? This is less than a month later. That's how fast healing happens with our technology. It really, truly is amazing. And why is that happening? X39 elevates a copper peptide in your body called GHK, turns stem cells back to work. Stem cells do amazing things. Nobody else in the world has our technology. So we're not a Me Too company. Nobody else can do what we do. And as we age, this graph kind of shows you the picture of how your stem cells go down. Now, as a nurse, I knew all about stem cells. No doctor ever said how much they decrease as you age, and that's why you start having so many issues in your body. That and what you do to your body, honestly. I mean, what you're eating and drinking and exercising, all these things are important. But the stem cells going down so dramatically, I'm almost 67, and at my age, normally I would have way less than 10% stem cell activity that's active in my body. So now I know I have lots of it activating because I'm seeing my metabolic age keep going down. It started in the 40s when I first started testing it, which was about 8 months, 7, 8 months after I started on the product. And now I'm running 33 to 34 is my age metabolically. So I know that my aging process is reversing because of those numbers going down. And lab work that I have done, other things, how mobile I am, how much more limber I am, all these things are happening. So GHK copper peptide, they've known for over 50 years will reset about 4,000 of our genes to a healthier state. It floods the cells with collagen. So I'm not talking about collagen that maybe might help you look better. It's actually surrounding the cells, making the cell membrane stronger, making more mitochondria in your cells, which are your powerhouse to actually give you energy. So they are really doing some amazing things, that copper peptide. And it's been proven in multiple studies. Everything he does is studied to death. So it's not, oh, I want to go back with this. I'm like, that is not where it belongs. I want to show you a quick video, but let me know if you can hear it.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using Lifewave. Since 2004, Lifewave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind Lifewave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single Lifewave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing Lifewave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells, a true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of Lifewave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one Lifewave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all Lifewave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about Lifewave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body, how you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of Lifewave today.
So I am so happy that I found this technology, and I just want to show you a couple of testimonials. We help people in 80 countries around the world. So there are people every day that are using our technology. In fact, Bob and I are making money in our sleep because we have people in Europe that are using our products. And whenever they're working, we're making money too. So there's not many businesses that you can have where you're making money as you're sleeping. Cam-A is kind of my poster child person, I think, for this technology. This woman was on eight pain medications for her pain issues. She has severe scoliosis, and you can see in her face when she started on the product, everything is swollen. She's not detoxing well. She just looks like she's miserable. And the changes that have happened to her, that was just in a year's time, not even a year's time. And every time I see her, she looks better. But what's important is I notice even in her back that her scoliosis is changing. And people are like, that's not possible. Well, it is possible because stem cells do structural things in your body, and you can really help the back get straighter. You can also regrow cartilage in knees. I mean, these things, the doctors will say, this is not possible, like the orthopedic surgeon. Well, they don't want it to be possible because then they don't get to do as many surgeries, right? But it is possible. And I have, testimonial after testimonial about those things happening. Melissa said same problem I had for many, many years was sleep. I would sleep 3 or 4 hours a night, could wake up, couldn't go back to sleep. And she said since the second day of wearing the patch, she sleeps like a baby through the night. And she even broke her ankle and still slept through the night, which to me is pretty amazing. So it was helping with the pain and helping her sleep. Rich had a elbow issue. He put a patch on there almost immediately. It was 90% gone. And after a while, he forgot he even had pain and forgot the patch was on. He found it 2 days later. I said, well, it's not going to hurt you. You only had that one patch to use, but you usually wear them 12 hours a day. And Stacy was using Lifewave and with this testimony about 3 weeks, and her joints stopped hurting. She had more energy. And she lost her brain fog, which is amazing. If you are living with brain fog, it really does make a big difference in that. And Brooke is a competitive dancer. She is one of my friends locally here in Knoxville, and she hurt herself, but then had this major competition, and she She calls me up in a panic. She's like, what should I patch? How should I patch? And I told her what to do. And she got through her competition and earned 2 high platinum awards, which is the highest you can award. You can be awarded in her competition. So she was very excited. So who do you know that is dealing with kinds of issues that we can help? Who do you know that might be interested in a company that has the only technology in the world that can do these things? And that way, we are just growing so fast because of that. We are about to go Thursday to California for our annual international conference. We're very excited for that. David Schmidt always spends a lot of time on stage telling us about what's coming up. We know that there's a water system coming out. It's a tabletop water system. The studies they've done so far, they've done 7. And in all of the studies, within 15 seconds to a minute, this light infused water is making everybody 100% changes in their body. With 15 seconds to a minute, all these changes are being recorded. So he just keeps working on different technology. Eventually, there's going to be a way for you to power your home without any kind of fossil fuel. And it'll make so much energy for your home that you can actually sell it back to the grid. That's coming out in about 5 years. So if you're looking for a company that's really forward thinking in what it's doing for the earth and for people, this is an amazing business to get involved with. Bob and I spend a lot of time with veterans, and a good portion, I'm going to stop share here, a good portion of what we make in our monthly goes back to veterans. We give free patches out to veterans who can't afford them. So if you have someone in your life who's in that kind of situation, we'd love to talk to them and see if we can help them. So that's what we do. We just talk to people. We let them know about the technology and then see if we can help them in any way or to help them build whatever kind of income they would like to. So yeah, take questions if there are any. Be happy to try to answer them.
Anybody have any questions? I have one question. I seem to recall something about the patches were initially designed to help improve the skills of the military. What was the story on that? Do you remember?
No, yeah, I remember well. The first patches that came out were called energy enhancers, and they were designed for the Navy SEALs for the mini sub program. So David Schmidt worked with DARPA and was designing all these different things from metal alloys to these patches. And they worked so well for keeping them awake and alert without amphetamines and caffeine, and also recovered faster from, when you're under the water like that, your body really does react to that. And the recovery, you can be really exhausted for days and weeks at a time after that much time under the water. So they were recovering faster using the energy enhancer. So what happened was 9/11. So 9/11 was awful, but for Lifewave to become a company where anybody can get his patches was kind of, I think, God's plan to come something good to come out of all that evil, because he was able to take his technology and start Lifewave. It's 21 years old now with that energy enhancer. Quickly went out to the sports world, to Olympians, professional athletes, and collegiate athletes, all making their times better and recovering faster. Went through the whole anti-doping thing because they were saying, oh, there has to be a drug in that patch. There, of course, it's just technology. So yeah, that's how it started, Angela, with the energy enhancer in the military.
I always thought that was so interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Janet. And I'm really glad that you got into more specifically about the Lifewave patches, because I know you're always really good about sharing. I highly recommend everybody to have a one-to-one with Janet, because she's all about health and wellness. And with her background as a nurse anesthetist, am I saying that right?
You are. Brownie
Yes. And she really does approach this from a scientific viewpoint. And she's great about helping with your health and wellness journey as well. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you, Angela. There are many things you can do for your health, even besides our patches, to help yourself be healthier and to help your stem cells live longer. So yeah, I'm happy to talk to anybody.
Okay, and if you want to take a screenshot so you can reach out, also, Janet, you have your information in the chat, right?
I will. I'll put it in there.